Welcome to All Pro Football Data. My name is Jim Coburn, and today's episode we're talking about Jalen McMillian or Million, wide receiver from Washington, based on his production, athleticism, and other statistical factors. So we're going to take a look at his data, his production data, and all the other stuff with him to kind of see where he projects at the next level. A lot of people were really excited about him coming into 2023, and then of course he had some injuries that kind of came up with him. But let's take a look at his data, guys. So first off, offensive market share production scores. If you're new to the channel, new to the stuff that I do, pause video real quick to see this information right here. But based on his offensive market share production data, he was 49 percentile in terms of his receiving market share, 61 percentile in terms of his total offensive market share, and then 50 percentile in terms of touchdown market share. These numbers are good but not great at the position. And then, of course, when you get to his efficiency scores, efficiency takes a look at, yards per touch, or I should say receptions per touch and touchdowns per touch. In this particular area, he's average for the most part in terms of his touchdowns per touch and yards per touch at the position. So that definitely is a little bit of a concern from that perspective. Now, moving on to his athleticism traits. Athletically speaking, this is one area where he did test pretty well. He was 69 percentile in terms of explosiveness, 64 percentile in terms of speed for his size, and then 69 percentile in terms of flexibility for his size. He has all pro, Pro Bowl, and starter level athleticism traits at the position. But again, his production traits are average, his efficiency is average, and for the most part, those are things that are a little concerning there. Now, when you get to his adjusted production scores, adjusted production takes a look at their production they already showed you, plus age, plus strength of schedule, plus strength of team, to show you how productive were they for the team that they were on, for the teams that they faced at that level, and also how old they are. And when you take a look at this particular area, the age was 70 percentile for him, so he's not too old, but he's also not young either. He had a 68 percentile MSA rating and a 61 percentile in terms of his pass rating. A lot of the reason why his MSA rating is better than his pass rating is because his efficiency scores kind of dropped him a little bit in that particular area. But based on his adjusted production scores, he's above the starter average at the position. So again, there is that ability for him to become a starter based on those particular data points. Now, when you look at his comparables, so these are all the wide receivers that tested similar to Jalen McMillian in terms of his production traits and his other production as well. And when you look at it, he's not a lot of starters here, guys. Mostly backups for the most part here. And he does, again, have good athleticism traits, but there were some players in here that had elite athleticism traits and didn't do anywhere much of anything at the NFL level. So because of the production and everything else with them, so that's a bit of a concern here, definitely for Jalen, for that perspective. Now, overall outlook, I would say Jalen McMillian profiles as a backup outlier, or I should say backup to outlier starter long term. McMillian has baseline athleticism and production to become an NFL starter, but most wide receivers with this profile tend to struggle to be consistent options at the NFL level. So essentially, he could end up becoming a starter. He could end up becoming a good rotational wide receiver at the next level, but they never quite put it all together to be consistently a good wide receiver in terms of having consistent production on a daily basis at the NFL level. So while I do like his profile, I think he does have the baseline traits you need to have to be a backup at the NFL level to starter. I do think there are some concerns as well with him where he might be out of the NFL faster than you would want him to. So with all that stuff out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this stuff. And also tell me in the comment section below, what do you feel about Jalen McMillian? Do you love him? Do you hate him? Kind of what are your thoughts on him? And of course, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/jcoburn. Consider becoming a patron today. It really helps the channel out a lot when you guys become patrons. You also get access to lots of stuff before other people do in terms of videos and other content like that. And also, I would also just like to thank you guys also if you and suggest that you guys check out my X, formerly known as Twitter account as well. Consider following me there and seeing the content I have to provide there as well. So, with all that stuff out of the way, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.